the Luftwaffe fielded some of the most advanced aircraft of World War II. Some were technological marvels that revolutionized aviation. Others were desperate experiments that came too late to matter. Today, we're revealing every major German aircraft that fought from the Blitzkrieg to Berlin's fall. Let's begin. Legendary fighters, the Ace's weapons. Messerschmitt Bf 109, the backbone of the Luftwaffe and the most produced fighter in history with over 33,000 built. From Poland to the fall of Berlin, it fought on every front. Early models dominated European skies. Late variants like the G6 and K4 remained competitive despite overwhelming Allied numbers. More Aces flew this than any other aircraft. The definitive German fighter. Focke-Wulf FW-190. The fighter that shocked the RAF when it appeared in 1941. Faster, more maneuverable, and better armed than the Spitfire Mk5, it achieved immediate air superiority. Its radial engine was reliable and powerful. Its wide-track landing gear made it easy to handle. Pilots called it the best piston fighter they ever flew. Over 20,000 built in fighter and ground attack variants. Messerschmitt Me 262, the world's first operational jet fighter, centuries ahead of its time. At 540 miles per hour, nothing could catch it. Its 430mm cannons could shred a bomber with a single burst. Had it arrived a year earlier in numbers, the air war might have turned. Only 1,400 built due to bombing and fuel shortages. A glimpse of the future that came too late. Messerschmitt Bf 110. Designed as a heavy fighter and destroyer, it proved vulnerable as a day fighter in the Battle of Britain. However, it found its true calling as a night fighter equipped with radar, where it became devastatingly effective against RAF bombers. Over 6,000 built served throughout the war in multiple roles. Misunderstood initially, but ultimately successful. Heinkel He 219 Uhu Owl, the most advanced night fighter of the war. Equipped with radar, upward-firing cannons, and exceptional performance, it was a bomber killer without equal. On its first mission, a single He 219 shot down 5 RAF bombers. Only about 300 built due to production priorities. One of the war's great what-ifs. Messerschmitt Me 163 Comet, the only operational rocket-powered fighter ever deployed, could reach 596 miles per hour and climb to 30,000 feet in under 3 minutes. But with only 7 minutes of fuel, it was more dangerous to its pilot than the enemy. Its volatile fuel killed more German pilots than Allied fighters. About 370 built represented desperation disguised as innovation. Heinkel He 162 Volksjäger, the people's fighter designed to be built by semi-skilled labor and flown by Hitler Youth. Made largely of wood, powered by a single jet engine, it was incredibly fast but lethally unstable. Only about 120 saw service in the war's final weeks, a testament to Germany's collapse. Ground attack, aerial artillery. Junkers Ju-87 Stuka, the dive bomber that became the symbol of Blitzkrieg. Its distinctive inverted gull wings and ear-splitting siren terrorized Europe in 1939–41. Incredibly accurate in the dive, it devastated Polish and French defenses. However, it was hopelessly vulnerable to modern fighters, suffering catastrophic losses in the Battle of Britain. Over 6,000 built continued serving on the Eastern Front where air opposition was lighter. Henschel HS-129, a dedicated tank buster heavily armored and mounting a 30mm or even 75mm cannon. Purpose-built for destroying Soviet armor, it was slow and ungainly but effective in its specialized role. About 870 built operated primarily on the Eastern Front where they earned grudging respect from Soviet tank crews. Focke-Wulf FW-190F/G. Ground attack variants of the legendary fighter. Carrying bombs, rockets, and heavy cannons, they became the Luftwaffe's primary close air support aircraft. Their speed allowed them to escape Allied fighters after attacking. Thousands operated against advancing Allied armies in the war's final years. Bombers, strategic reach. Junkers Ju-88, the Luftwaffe's most versatile aircraft serving as bomber, dive bomber, night fighter, torpedo bomber, and reconnaissance platform. Fast and reliable with over 15,000 built, it operated on every front throughout the war. Crews loved its survivability and performance. The German Mosquito, Heinkel He 111, the medium bomber that led the Blitz over Britain. Its distinctive glazed nose made it instantly recognizable. While effective early in the war, by 1941 it was obsolete and vulnerable to modern fighters. Over 7,000 served until war's end due to lack of replacements. A workhorse that stayed too long. Dornier Du-17. Nicknamed the Flying Pencil for its thin fuselage, this medium bomber was fast for its time but inadequate in defensive armament and bomb load. After heavy losses in 1940–41, it was relegated to training and reconnaissance. About 2,000 built represented pre-war thinking. Heinkel He-177 Greif. Germany's only operational heavy bomber and an engineering nightmare. Its coupled engines frequently caught fire, earning it the nickname Flaming Coffin. Designed for strategic bombing, only about 1,000 were built and mechanical issues plagued the type. Germany's attempt at a strategic bomber that failed catastrophically. Arado AR-234 Blitz. The world's first operational jet bomber. Fast enough that no Allied fighter could intercept it, capable of reconnaissance or bombing missions. Only about 210 built saw limited service in the war's final months. Had it arrived earlier in numbers, it might have been devastating. Junkers Ju-188. An improved Ju-88 with better performance and heavier armament. Entering service in 1943, about 1,100 were built, but it arrived too late to reverse the air war. A capable aircraft overshadowed by circumstances. Reconnaissance, eyes over enemy lines. Focke-Wulf FW-189 Uhu. The flying eye of the Eastern Front. Its distinctive twin-boom design and excellent visibility made it perfect for tactical reconnaissance. Despite being slow and lightly armed, its agility helped it survive. Over 850 built operated throughout the Eastern Front. Soviet troops called it the Frame and learned to fear what it signaled. Junkers Ju-88 Recon variants. Stripped of armament and fitted with cameras, these high-speed reconnaissance versions photographed Allied preparations throughout Europe. Their speed was their only defense, but it proved sufficient. Night fighters, darkness hunters. Junkers Ju-88G. The definitive German night fighter with radar, upward-firing cannons, and excellent performance. It decimated RAF bomber streams in 1943–44 before Allied countermeasures reduced its effectiveness. About 3,200 night fighter variants turned the night sky into a killing ground. Heinkel He-111 Zwilling. And bizarre creation joining two He-111s with a fifth engine, designed to tow massive gliders. Only a few were built, but it showed German willingness to try unconventional solutions. More curiosity than effective weapon. Transport and gliders, airborne warfare. Junkers Ju-52/3M. The reliable Tant Ju that carried German paratroopers and supplies throughout the war. Its corrugated metal skin was obsolete, but its ruggedness was legendary. Over 4,800 military variants operated from Norway to North Africa, from Crete to Stalingrad. Many were massacred by Allied fighters, but it soldiered on. Messerschmitt Me 323 Gigant, the largest land-based transport aircraft of the war. This massive six-engine beast could carry 130 troops or a Panzer IV tank. Slow and vulnerable, Allied fighters slaughtered them over the Mediterranean. About 200 built represented ambitious thinking meeting harsh reality. DFS-230. The assault glider that delivered German paratroopers to capture Fort Emanuele and rescue Mussolini. Silent and deadly in specialized operations, over 1,600 were built. After Crete's heavy losses, large-scale airborne operations ended, but the glider remained useful. Gotha Go-242. A larger assault glider capable of carrying vehicles and heavy equipment. About 1,500 built supported German forces in multiple theaters. Some were fitted with engines, becoming the Go-244, but vulnerability remained an issue. Maritime patrols, sea hunters. Focke-Wulf FW-200 Condor. The scourge of the Atlantic that terrorized Allied convoys early in the war. This long-range maritime patrol aircraft sank hundreds of thousands of tons of shipping. Churchill called it one of the war's most dangerous threats. About 276 built operated until better Allied defenses and fighter cover made them too vulnerable. Blohm and Voss BV-138. A distinctive three-engine flying boat used for maritime patrol and air-sea rescue. Its unusual design was highly recognizable. About 270 built served throughout the war in coastal patrol and reconnaissance roles. Ungainly but effective. Trainers, forging pilots. Bucker Bu 131 Jungmann, the primary trainer that taught thousands of Luftwaffe pilots basic flying skills. Simple, forgiving, and reliable. Over 5,000 built created the foundation of German air power. Every ace started here. Arado AR-96, the advanced trainer bridging basic training and operational aircraft. Over 11,500 built trained combat pilots throughout the war. Less famous than fighters, but absolutely essential. Experimental and jets, future glimpsed. Messerschmitt Me 410 Hornice, an attempt to improve the Bf-110 with better speed and firepower. About 1,160 built served as bomber destroyers and reconnaissance aircraft, capable but arriving when Germany was already losing the air war. Arado AR-234C, an improved jet bomber variant with 4 engines and greater payload. Only a handful completed before war's end. It showed where German aviation was heading if time hadn't run out. Heinkel He-280, Germany's first jet fighter prototype, predating the Me-262. However, engine problems and bureaucratic delays meant it never entered production. A missed opportunity that haunted German aviation. Bachem Ba 349 Natter, the most desperate weapon, a vertical launch rocket interceptor. The pilot would attack bombers, then bail out after expending rockets. Only one manned test flight occurred, which proved fatal. About 36 were built but never used operationally. Desperation weaponized. Conclusion: German aircraft told a story of brilliant engineering constrained by strategic blunders. They started the war with the world's most advanced air force. They ended it with jets and rockets facing overwhelming numbers. That's the arsenal that almost won but ultimately lost the skies.